I still remember that Thursday night like it happened yesterday, though I wish I could erase it from my memory. My phone buzzed with a message from Claire, a dinner selfie. She was radiant, her hair perfectly styled, a glass of wine delicately held in her hand. The caption read, "Dinner with the girls. Don't wait up." I felt a strange mix of longing and unease, because I wasn't at home waiting. I was sitting just a few tables behind her, accompanied by someone who had been living in the same shadow of deception as I had, Melissa, Daniel's wife. Our meeting that night wasn't planned. Fate, coincidence, or sheer inevitability had brought us together. A week earlier, Melissa had sent me a hesitant message, her words trembling through the screen. "I think our spouses might be more than coworkers. Have you noticed anything?" I had noticed. Late nights at the office, hurried phone calls ending abruptly when I entered the room, faint perfumes that didn't belong to my wife. Denial had been my sanctuary, until her message tore it away like a storm ripping through calm waters. We agreed to see for ourselves. That's how we found ourselves quietly sitting at the back of the restaurant, our eyes fixed on the table ahead. Claire and Daniel laughed like strangers meeting for the first time, flirted like nothing existed between us, oblivious to the vows they had taken. Each glance, each touch, each little gesture was a dagger, slicing through the illusions we had held onto. Claire didn't notice me. She was too busy leaning close to Daniel, her hand brushing his arm in ways that had once been reserved for me. My phone vibrated with another message from her, "Love you. Don't work too late." The words were poison. The audacity, the deceit, burned hotter than the act itself. I glanced at Melissa and saw her face, pale, eyes shimmering with silent tears. We were trapped in the same storm, two people witnessing their worlds crumble at the same time. The tension was almost tangible. The waiter, sensing it perhaps, avoided our table after taking our orders. Melissa's voice barely above a whisper, trembled as she asked, "What do we do? Confront them now?" I shook my head slowly. "Not yet. Let them dig their own grave," I murmured, each word heavy with the weight of patience and fury intertwined. From our hidden vantage point, we watched. Claire and Daniel clinked glasses, their laughter sharp and grating, echoing through the room like knives. Every mundane sound, the scraping of forks, the pop of the wine bottle, the faint murmur of shared jokes, felt amplified, each moment a reminder of what had been stolen. Melissa's grip on her napkin tightened until her knuckles turned white. "I trusted him with everything," she whispered, voice breaking. "We have 2 kids." I wanted to comfort her, but I couldn't even comfort myself. My chest felt hollow. My hands shook beneath the table. Suspicions are one thing, witnessing the truth unravel in real time is something entirely different. Claire's casual messages, her smiles, the selfies, they were all masks hiding the betrayal that now stood glaringly exposed before us. The final straw came when Claire leaned in, nearly touching Daniel's face, and snapped another picture. Within seconds, my phone buzzed with her words, "Wish you were here, babe. Girls' night is fun, but I miss you." I almost laughed at the cruelty, the smirk in her smile, the confidence in her deceit. It wasn't anger that surged, it was something colder, something deliberate and precise. I lifted my glass of water, feeling the chill of determination in my hands, and stood. Melissa rose beside me without hesitation. Together, we approached their table, a silent storm moving forward. Claire's laughter died mid-air when she saw me. Her face went pale, lips parted in disbelief. Daniel froze, fork mid-air, caught in a moment he couldn't escape. Melissa placed her wedding ring carefully on their table, her voice trembling yet steady. "You forgot to mention this little dinner, Daniel," she said. Claire stammered, What are you doing here?" I held up my phone, showing the selfie she had just sent me. "Funny thing about lies," I said softly, each word cutting through the tension, "they travel faster than you think." The entire restaurant fell silent. Diners pretended not to watch, but every eye was drawn to us, to the confrontation that didn't need shouting or dramatics to leave an impression. Claire opened her mouth, searching for an excuse, but none came. Daniel looked as if he wished the floor would swallow him whole. Melissa leaned closer to Claire, her voice firm despite the quiver beneath it. Do you realize what you've thrown away? Families, children, trust. The weight of her words hung in the room, heavier than any shout or accusation. There was no yelling, no begging. We simply turned and walked away, leaving the guilt and shame to fill the empty spaces of their lives. Outside, the night air was sharp, clean, and invigorating compared to the suffocating tension we left behind. Melissa wiped her eyes, and I offered my hand. We'll get through this, I said quietly, more to steady myself than to comfort her. The days that followed blurred into a cycle of lawyers, explanations, and unraveling lies. Claire begged, pleaded, claiming it was a single mistake. But I had seen enough. Trust, once broken in such a fundamental way, is impossible to patch with apologies or empty promises. Melissa and I remained in contact, not out of romance, but solidarity. We became each other's anchor, proof that reality had not been imagined, that the betrayal was real. It's been over a year now. Claire is a memory I rarely revisit. My life has been rebuilt with honesty, with peace as its foundation. Sometimes, late at night, I recall that restaurant, that selfie, that smile that was meant to deceive. And then I remember her face when she saw me standing there, unmasking her world in an instant. That's when I know who truly lost that night. It wasn't me. It was her. Because she lost what can never be bought back, repaired, or faked, trust.